Well, I'm afraid the Ashes are going to remain in Australian hands for another 2 years. But all the more reason why you should get in touch with Peter Christian and order some of their wonderful clothes, their coloured garments that you can wear. And to do this, get in touch today. And if you do, you will get a 15% discount. The 15% discount is there for the duration of this test match, and this is the last day. So there you are. All you have to do to get this discount is to click on the link below the comment. Now, the test match. Dear oh dear, it always happens, doesn't it, that when a match has been irrevocably lost, and the Ashes, of course, this time with it, that the players begin to show the fight, the determination that they should have been showing all the way along. Well, England was 6 wickets down for 207 at the start of the day with Smith and Jacks together. And they went on and added 91 for the 7th wicket. Smith, for the first time in the series, really looked the batsman he is. In his 60, he hit 2 sixes and 7 fours. He hit Stark for 4 successive boundaries, and then, I'm afraid, slogged him to Cummings at mid-on. He was out for 60, and then Jacks carried on, so to speak, where he'd left off in Brisbane, where he made 41 at the end. He now made 47, and then was brilliantly caught his second sort of extraordinary catch of the match by, I think it was his third extraordinary catch of the match, by Labuschagne at first slip. He dived forward and in front of Carey at first slip and held an amazing nick. And it really was an extraordinary catch, and Jacks was out for 47. And the innings folded, in fact, when Tongue edged Boland, and Labuschagne took his 4th catch at first slip during the innings. And England then had got past 300. They lost, I say, by only 82 runs. It did seem at the start of the day they were going to lose by nearer 200. So some sort of honour, I suppose, was saved. Now, it's really inconceivable, isn't it, that England are going to go on being run by the trio of Stokes, McCullum and Robert Key, who is the managing director of English cricket. And so much has gone wrong. I personally think Stokes will stay, but we'll come back to that in just a few moments. McCullum, really, I think what the great mistake that he's made, he'd only ever been to Australia as a player himself once, or with the New Zealand side. Well, a New Zealand tour of Australia is a much less passionate affair than an Ashes tour, where there is passion, there is aggression, the crowds, everything. The whole Australian nation is up for it. And I don't think McCullum really twigged that. The lack of preparation really dogged this tour. But then McCullum likes to do it his way, and he's got to a point where he really believes in his own publicity and didn't feel that extensive preparation was necessary. Well, England were already underdone, weren't they? All through the first 2 test matches. We saw Smith today, who had very, very, very little cricket behind him before the start of this tour. And now in Adelaide, when you feel he has had a bit of cricket, which he has in the 2 tests before, he suddenly showed his best form. And I know it's very, very easy to be clever with the advantage of hindsight. Of course it is. But, it does look as though McCullum really, I think, did get this one a little bit wrong. As I say, he is determined to do it his way, and he has convinced Stokes. But then you see Stokes has begun to de-McCullum himself. Look at the way he batted in Brisbane in that 53 he made in the second innings, then 83 in the first innings here. And it was a very, very patient 4-hour knock. And this was not in line with Bazball at all, and Stokes had realised that what he had to do, and indeed what everyone else should have been doing. And dear, oh dear, oh dear, England have lost the Ashes in a heap. Well now, we've got to look to the future. I think Stokes will stay. I think he's such a vibrant cricketer and he is a good captain. And I think when he's freed himself from the influence of McCullum, he will become an even more better, a more realistic captain. But McCullum, I don't think can stay. I can't see how he's ever going to alter the approach. I mean, he's what you might call put every penny he's got on the horse called Bazball. And Bazball has come, well, it fell at the first fence, didn't it, in Australia? And I think he's got to go. And I think also Robert Key, I can't see that he can stay. I mean, he was the man who selected McCullum in the first place. And McKee has been in Australia, but has kept a very, very low profile indeed. And I think having, all the eggs in one basket in the way he has done with McCullum, I think his job is on, and I think he's got to go. Now, this means who are we going to get in the future? Well, I know what I would do. If I was the ECB, if it is possible, I would put my hand as deep into my pocket as necessary and persuade Freddie Flintoff, yes, Freddie Flintoff, to come back and to run the England side. I think he and Stokes would form a really good partnership, even though I don't think Flintoff and McCullum would hit it off, because I don't think Flintoff would accept McCullum's recipe for success at all, but that wouldn't matter. McCullum would have gone. I really do believe that Flintoff, if he can be persuaded to leave all his marvellous television and bringing cricket to deprive youngsters in the north, if he can put that on hold at any rate and really give himself for a few years back to the England side, I really do believe that this could be the answer to it all. Anyway, there we are. It's a gloomy story, and there's no hiding that. We've got 2 test matches to go. I can't see that Ollie really can hold his place. Surely Jacob Bethell must come in. I know Bethell's had no cricket at all. He's been with the England camp for nearly a year since that New Zealand tour when he started so wonderfully well with that 91. But now he's been in the dressing room and he hasn't had much cricket, but surely, good goodness, he's got to play now. And what else they do, I really don't know, because the reserves are not there at hand, are they? But I think we'll certainly get that change, at least I hope so. I think, too, it would be unfair to play Pope again. He's completely shell-shocked by it all. And really, I don't know that his England days are over, but he certainly does need quite a significant rest. But I just do hope England can show a little bit more fight and make Australia really work for their victories, if they're going to get victories in these tests in Melbourne and Sydney. And I hope so too, because an awful lot of England supporters have spent an awful lot of money and they're going out there to watch. I'm going to be one of them. And we want to see some cricket. I'm going to be talking to you from Sydney. I'm talking to you today from my house in Minorca, and they're ringing the changes. And it's lovely here. The sun's just beginning to shine. It's been raining all morning, so it might have been in England. It's cold too, but there we are. Anyway, now cheer yourselves up. Go and look at the Peter Christian website. Go and order some lovely, colourful clothes and bung in your order today. You'll get the 15% discount, and all you have to do is to press or click on the comment below.